Hey CR, how you doing, brother? Hey Will, how you doing, brother? Uh, Sorry. Yeah, the topic tonight, I can't I can't figure out a good scenario for Monday. I've been trying to find a lot of like catastrophic events that may happen in Texas, but there's not really anything that's coming up. The only thing that really was a catastrophic event here was Hurricane Harvey, but I need to get my mindset into the 24-hour live stream that I'm going to be doing Monday with that with the bag, and it's got to be a good catastrophic event to where, like I said, I can't get to my 72-hour bag or anything like that. I can start it with just my EDC bag only. I need to figure something out. Yeah, see, if the car dies, I'd be able to get to my 72-hour bag and not my EDC bag. So I need something that's going to be able to cripple a building or something like that, or flood to where I can't get my car. Say like flood waters came in and was able to wash out my car away from my work or anything. I need to set up so I need to get it as real as possible, because if the car died, I'd just be able to grab my 72-hour bag, throw it on my back, trek my way home. You know what I mean? And the same thing is if somebody steals my car or something like that, it'd be the same way. I mean, my car has a low jack in it, so the cops can find where my car is. Yeah, yeah. I think that'd be out of the question, Will. I mean, that would be hilarious, though. That'd be that that would be great. Nah, I mean, I could think. I say I was thinking like like one of the Mexican gangs or something like that took my car, uh, took it to the border or something like that. But that's not a state of emergency. Um, hey, Simply Jan. I mean, I want it to be like in a state of emergency to where how we set up our bags. Will like the 72-hour get home bag or whatever, something in a dire situation that we need, because I'm going to do this 24-hour bag with just bare minimum what I had on me at work, because I can't take my bug out bag at work. I can take an EDC bag, and that's it, but it has to stay at my desk. I can't go out to a job site or anything like that. So I need something that's in realistic uh areas. You know what I mean? I mean, my 72-hour get home bag is always in my car, but I need something catastrophic to happen to where I cannot get my bag, and the only thing I have is my EDC bag with uh just the minimum items in there. And I'm going to use whatever I can find in the city to get out of the city back to my homestead. But the thing is, I mean, there is a fault line that runs through close to San Antonio, and I'm thinking using that as the idea that that major fault line has been hit and it's cracked up in the earth, or my car has fallen into a pit or something like that and I can't get to it, but I need to get out of the city and get home back to safety. Yeah, we could we could do that idea. Yeah, we could do that, and we could do that as an example also, CR, because there's no way for, like, in my little Fiat, there's no way for me to get into my back from my back seat or anything. It has to be from the trunk only. Yeah, sorry about the mess behind me. It's That's my man cave area, and all that stuff is boxes and boxes of equipment and clothing. So let me write down some of these ideas. It's all good, brother. It's all good. You got to get those government brainwash tactics out of your head, right? I understand. You know, they said the city of Austin will. They said that if the bill passes, and Texas becomes one of the states to pass that same exact gun law, that Austin will do everything in its power to do what the government says. It doesn't matter what. They won't stand behind the people. This is Calypso. She wants to get in on it. Hey, Mallard does just the same. Everybody says hi to you, Calypso. So yeah, I want to make this first person 24-hour stream as real as possible. The only thing that I can't stop, you know, the reality that nothing is happening, like cars passing by or stuff like that. You just have to use your imagination on this live stream that all the cars are stopped. We could do we could do that. I got in the car trying to get home, and one of the earthquakes happened and caused a major wreck, and I took injuries from the car wreck, and I can't get into it, and the only thing I could grab is my EDC bag that I threw into the passenger seat. You know, I'm just trying to throw ideas and see how, like, I wanna do this stuff. Can I help you? Can 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 I help you? Can I help you? Right. See, I want to do a series on my channel about the fears that we have that can happen, real life situation fears, and do it through a point of view on my channel, and see and what my mess ups are and how we can fix those problems to help us better be prepared and better to survive. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, y'all are seeing it every day. The world's getting worse and worse. You know, these fears that we have as preppers and survivalists and everything, that they're actually coming into the spotlight now. It's pretty soon the people that called us crazy and everything are going to think that we're not crazy, you know? Right. And see, that's what I want to get y'all's ideas and everything. I want to do situations that we are scared of, or what if scenarios, you know what I mean? And do it as a first person view so we can watch it and learn from it and handle it. Right. You like that idea, Will? Because I want to take this instead of just. I don't want to be another Joe Robinette or Morris Kahansky or anything like that. I want to do real life scenarios, and I don't want to be like those idiots that's on Discovery Channel that are dropped off in the middle of God knows where, naked with a knife on them. You know what I mean? I want to handle real situations. Hey, Bill. It's just, I mean, in this day of age, in this day of chaos, I want to, I want us to be ready. I want us to be protected. You know, I want us to actually be able to handle ourselves. Well, the only thing I'm doing, Stray, is say, like, most of us work in the city and stuff. It's those kind of scenarios. Like, most of us, we have all of our stuff at our house, but we can only carry a limited amount of stuff with us whenever we go home. 90% of us are gonna bug in. I wanna do as get home bags. I don't want to do bug out scenarios. I don't want to leave my homestead and trek to some log cabin in the woods. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, bug out plans is that in case, say, I don't know, say, say your house is on a fault line or something like that. Yeah, bug out is the last option in any situation. Because all my shit's at my house, you know? Yeah. But the stuff that I want to do is say, what if it happens and you're at work? You need to get from the city home to your area, you know? Right. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, the SHTF situations and everything may not happen at your doorstep. I mean, it may take 5 months to a year before you see anything that happened in major cities coming out to where you are. And those are the scenarios that I want to create. I want to create how it's going to catch us off guard. You know what I mean? That one day that you forget to take your bug out bag with you to work or your get home bag with you to work. All you have is, say, your EDC bag or just the EDC materials that you carry on you. What if it's that one day you let your guard down and everything happens? Yeah, like the brush fires in Australia that's going on right now. I mean, there's hundreds of people being evacuated from their houses right now. Oh, I know, Will. Yeah, I know you're prepared, but I'm talking about the other one. I'm talking about the other ones. I'm I don't know. Maybe it's the scenario. Maybe you're having a bad day. Maybe you're sick. Everybody's sick at work. You're not at top of your game, and you know you just not feeling on taking that bag with you. You know what I mean? See that's see. I'm in Texas, and there's not a lot of catastrophic events that is pointed at Texas. That's one of the bad things. I mean, I was trying to look up at like the history of San Antonio and like San Antonio and everything. I was looking up the history, seeing what problems has happened here, and the only thing that's came up was Hurricane Harvey that hit Houston. I mean, there was flooding, and I mean, cars getting thrown everywhere, covered in water. I mean, that's the only realistic scenario that I can think of that may hit San Antonio. But San Antonio is also on a fault line. I mean, it's on the butt end of the fault line, and I'm trying to think of scenarios that other people in other states have that I could uh re that I could, you know, try to reenact out here as my point of view. I want to take other people's fears and everything and try to take that as a situation that can happen anywhere. And I just want to get some of y'all's ideas, like y'all's fears or whatever that may happen around you, and be able to put that into effect. I mean, there's some people that's just out in the middle of nowhere and don't have to worry about anything. But then there's a lot of people that live there's a lot of people that live in the cities, You know, they live in an apartment or whatever inside the city, and they have nowhere to bug out to. They have nowhere to go in a emergency situation. They don't have a place to bug out to in the woods or whatever. Okay? Yeah, I think right now, as the first one, we could reimagine the earthquake that happened. Yeah. And see, that's what I was gonna say. Like the EDC bag would be okay. Yeah. See, like me, I work downtown San Antonio, so I'm stuck in the middle of the city. I'm stuck. If all hell breaks loose, I'm stuck in the middle of it. You know, it's one of those. It's one of those things. If I live 60 miles out from where I work. It just makes me wonder, because what if the people in the city and everything, all they have is that apartment, and they've got to survive in the city? Yeah, it's all right, Will. You've got to drive an hour anywhere to get anywhere in Texas. I mean, from my house to drive to Dallas, it's a 4 hour drive. Oh yeah. And see, that's why I want to. That's why I want to. This is not only just uh, a first person view of this. It's also training for me in case anything does happen. I want to make sure my body can handle this stuff. So not only is it training for me, but it's also learning and seeing how do I get out of here? How do I get home? What's the quickest way I can go? Because the way that I'm thinking is if the earthquake happened, all the overpasses and highways and stuff like that is going to be uh, non accessible. So you can't really walk that to get to where you need to go. You're going to have to go off the road. I mean, most of the roads is going to be completely packed full of cars, traffic jams, everything. Yeah. And see, that's what I want to take into consideration also is, you know, how far can I walk? How fast can I walk? What kind of situations am I going to get into? Right. So, all right, so Monday the situation is going to be one of the major fault lines through Texas got hit. Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking too, Will. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that video, CR. All right, so we'll 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 do the scenario as one of the major fault lines got hit. I evacuated my work to get to my car, but in the scenario, I was in an underpass and another earthquake hit and crumbled the underpass. Had to get out of the car as quick as possible, and the underpass falling down crushed my car. Thank you, Will. So, do you think I should take an injury or whatever on this to make it kind of real life? Or do I miraculously make it? Okay. All right. So, when I start the stream and everything, we'll do a number between 1 and 10. And whatever number y'all choose is what kind of injury I take with me. Does that sound like a plan, Will? Yeah. The my wife looked up the weather, so it's going to be in the mid 50s during the day and between the 30s and 40s at night. So and maybe rain during when we're going to do this. So we have the weather changes already taken care of for it. Yeah, we'll do that in the CR. Because the whole entire idea is what little equipment that I have is going to be a lifesaver for me, but what I'm going to find on my way is my true life support. Okay. All right. Okay, I can do that, Will. So, laceration on left arm. And sprained ankle. Okay. All right. Yeah. The only thing I'm taking for the communication part is a Lifeline GPS, and that's only for an emergency situation because I'm a type 1 diabetic, and it sends text and location to my wife, and it sends a text saying I'm okay or whatever, and my coordinates to where I am, and just in case something with my medical happens to me on there, that's the only time I'm going to use it. Yeah, yeah, because getting out of the car as fast as possible and trying to react as quick as I can. I mean, most people take injuries in the heat of the moment more than they do in the actual scenario. Yeah, we can do that. And see, to make this better, my wife is going to blindfold me and take me to a unknown location and drop me off. That's how that's how I'm going to handle this situation. So, like, she's just going to make me grab my bag, get out with the blindfold still on. She's going to drive away after I hear her gone. I'm taking off the blindfold, then we start. Because if I go to a place that I know how to get home from there. You know what I mean? But if she drops me off at a place that I don't know, it's going to add that extra fear to the situation that I don't know where I am at the moment. It's kind of like the dazed and confused feeling. You know what I mean? Sorry, drinking my tea. All right, Jen, take care. Thank you for joining. Oh no, if I'm riding in the car with the blindfold on, I'm gonna be dizzy enough as it is. Yeah, I don't need the dizzy. I don't need to be spun around. That's why I'm gonna do the blindfoldness, so I don't know anything. Because if I fall asleep in a car or whatever, I usually get sick, and the blindfold on my eyes will recreate that. Like, my eyes are closed and trying to drive. Yeah, I ain't riding around. Yeah, it'll probably make me sick for a while. But my idea is to also be able to create stuff on the go also. I want to I want to do real things. I don't want to do a fantasy a fantasy world like Bear Grylls or Les Stroud or whatever. I mean, that all they have to do is call an emergency number and they have like 20 people come and pick them up, you know? Calypso, what are you doing? All right, so what we have so far is major fault line hits San Antonio. evacuating from my work into my car, overpass crumbles and crushes car. I get out, I get out quickly, having a laceration on my left arm and slightly sprained ankle. The only item I can find or get to in my crushed vehicle is my EDC bag that I took off and threw in my passenger seat. Yeah, yeah, CR. The GPS is only if something happens to me with my diabetes. That's the only reason why I'll use that GPS. Other than that, nothing. And I'm thinking about doing this like maybe once every 2 weeks, doing a survival situation once every 2 weeks. I don't know, maybe have like survival Mondays or something like that. What do y'all think about that? Like survival live stream Mondays. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm wanting to do this. See how well it happens, see how well my body takes to it. Because the thing is, I mean, I'm used to traveling the woods. All right, Will, take care, brother. Thanks for joining. Yeah, because I mean, I'm used to traveling the woods. I'm the the woods is my area, but being in the city, trying to go through the city with the heat, I haven't I haven't had to handle those situations before. So that's one of my major fears. That's a fear of me failing, and I don't need to fail. If say this is a real emergency, I do not need to fail because my wife is counting on me, you know, and I can't fail my wife because I made a promise to her that I'd take care of her until we're past 80. So if an emergency like this happened, I need to know that I'm strong enough to be able to make it to her in an emergency situation. I don't want to just sit here and talk the talk and not be able to walk it. Because, I mean, what's the point of me even trying to be a bushcrafter or survivalist if I can't survive myself? Yep. And see, that's the thing. Here in Texas, it's heating back up. So I want to try to be able to do this with mild temperatures that my body's accustomed to. Because, like what you said, a bright sunny day at 90 degrees and just one bottle of water, yeah, it takes its toll on you. It's all good, Bill. How you doing, brother? We're going over the scenarios for Monday because I want to do like what I was telling everybody else. I want to do real life first person like scenarios, like emergency scenarios, things that preppers and survivalists fear, you know. So this is what we've came up with so far, Bill. One of the major fault lines through San Antonio hits. I escape from. I get out of work, get into the car, trying to get home, but the earthquake hits again when I'm in an overpass, and the overpass crumbles onto my car. I get out and I get out quickly, trying to escape from the rubble that's falling. I get a laceration on my left arm, and I slightly sprained one of my ankles. Um, After the dust cleared and everything, I get back to my car. Half of it's crushed, and I can only get my EDC bag that I threw off in a hurry into the passenger seat, and that's all I got. Then we try to make it home after that. And I want to say that I want to do this early in the morning, so it's a major shock to everybody. Everybody's half asleep, waking up, heading to work, and this happens out of the blue, where people's in shock and fear. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, Will said the laceration's not too deep, but it's still an open wound. So the only bandages and everything that I carry in my EDC bag is my bandages, my bandanas. I don't have remember we didn't put a med kit or anything in there. So I don't have a med kit to be able to do anything. The splint I can make out of two sticks and some uh some of the duct tape that we put in. Hey Rich, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have like I said, we put that half bottle of hand sanitizer in there to, replicate that I've been using it. So it's just a half bottle of the hand sanitizer. So yeah, I can use that to clean the wound and everything. So Rich, we've been going over ideas and everything, like major scenarios for the Monday live stream that I want to do. Um, so the scenario is going to be one of the major fault lines through San Antonio hits early in the morning when everybody's going to work. Um, I leave work, get in the car, we're heading out trying to make it home before another earthquake hits or whatever. As I do that, another earthquake hits while I'm under an overpass. I see it happening. I get out of the car, run away from the overpass, and in doing that, I get a laceration on my left arm and a slightly sprained ankle. After the rubble and everything clears out, the rubble and the dirt, the only thing that I can get to in my car is my EDC bag that I had with me when I went into work and threw into the passenger seat, and that's all I have with me to get home. Okay, yeah. I know, right? Well, that's what I want to do. I want to make it. I want to make it as real as possible. You know what I mean, Rich? I want to make it to where, everybody's always prepared, but I want to make it to what if it's at that one moment, that one freak moment where you cannot be prepared. Say you have everything that you need, but something takes it away from you. And you have to survive with what you can get, and that's it. Hey, Alabama. I mean, I want to make this as realistic as possible, you know? I mean, we can talk all day about what if scenarios and we have this or we have that. But what if it's that one freak moment, that one moment that caught you off guard, unprepared, and you don't have anything to fall back to. Say like in Florida, where those people were just sitting in their cars, and that sinkhole hit, and people had to jump out of their cars, and the sinkhole took their whole entire car and took it all the way to the bottom. It's those kind of situations. Right, Bill. I mean, we can be prepared till the cows come home, but what happens what happens when it's just just a streak of bad luck that's happened? See, I don't know if I can do that on my live stream app. I don't know if I can set up moderators or not. Well, yeah, and see that's what I mean by my EDC bag. My EDC bag, the one that I take to work with me, has my water bottle. I mean, like right now I'm carrying a stainless steel water bottle. I mean, the top comes off and it's supposed to be a cup for me, but I always carry a stainless steel water bottle with me. I carry a small I carry my Smith's full tank fixed blade knife. I mean, it, it it's I'm just saying, we carry EDC items on us all the time, right? But we also throw a 72-hour bag in our car, a 72-hour bag, a get home bag, whatever you want to call it. You also throw that in your car. But what happens if you can't get to that? If you cannot get to that 72-hour bag, and all you have is like me, the EDC bag. The EDC bag has bare minimum stuff in there in case we have to stay overnight at our job or something like that, it's something that helps us become more comfortable, you know? Right. And see, like my EDC kit, I don't have. I mean, the one in my, I mean, the one that I take with me to work, it has a small med kit in it. But this one, I'm saying, I'm saying no to it because I usually switch out EDC bags usually for if I'm going to be in another city or something like that. I have two different EDCs. If I'm going to be here, I don't really need a med kit because there's a Dollar Tree at every corner. If I need something, I can just go to Dollar Tree and get it. If I need headache medicine or bandages or whatever, I can just go and use it. Hey, Grizz! It's all good, Rich. I don't care how long your comment is. See, I just want to know. I want to do first person fears for all of us, for preppers, for survivalists, everything. I want to do this stuff. I want to actually be out and do a scenario and see and watch how it affects your body and your mindset, because you also got to take in consideration if you're in a 72-hour situation or bug out situation, whatever, your mentality is also just as important as your health. I mean, as taking care of an open wound or whatever. Oh, did they? Uh, yeah, YouTube usually does that. Nice, Alabama. That's cool. So you have it with you at all times then. See, like me at my job, I can't take a 72-hour bag with me to my job. I can carry a small minimum bag. It about this size, like a backpack, or smaller. This is all I can take with me. And it can't be like, I don't know if you see that Coleman bag right there. That's my bug out bag. Right. Hey, it's all good, Alabama. I'm glad you can walk, brother. I'm glad you can walk a little bit.
I come bearing greasy fried food.
Awesome. Greasy fried food. Mrs. Second Star is here.
I also got you a Diet Coke.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
I love you too. There's a kitten attacking my leg.
Yeah, she's been sleeping in my lap.
Has she been?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yours. Oh, are you still watching? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all good. They don't care. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, cool, Grizz. Thank you.
This one's mine.
Hey, thank you for serving, Alabama. But, yeah, I know about the stroke. My grandfather had a stroke back in the day, and it pulled his whole entire face to the right side of his head. And it took almost a year and everything for the muscles to relax to bring his face all the way back around. They say hello. She says hi.
I have food in my mouth. I'm sorry.
She's chowing down on fries. Hey Prescott, how you doing, brother?
I'll be in the bedroom.
Okay, honey.
No, I didn't
Awesome.
hear you.
Prescott, I actually got this idea that I'm doing and everything from your card game and stuff. That your bug out card game. But yeah, I'm actually going to be doing point of view survival, like state of emergency or some kind of catastrophic event, and trying to get from point A to point B. Right, first person view. Okay, Grizz. Take care, Grizz. It's all good. Monday I'm gonna do it. Prescott. Monday. Monday I'm gonna do a 24-hour live stream, and the situation is going to be one of the major fault lines hits San Antonio. I've been looking up everything. It's hard to come up with a real thing here in San Antonio, honey.
Honey, we have military bases at the biggest trauma center in the United States.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm talking about natural disasters or anything. I'm trying to get everybody else's ideas too. But the thing is, Prescott, okay, say a major fault line hits San Antonio in the early morning. I get out of work, get to the car, we trying to make it back home. Another earthquake hits, and one of the overpasses starts to crumble. Get out of the car, run away from it. In the damage and everything, I get a laceration on my left arm and a slightly sprained ankle. After the dust and debris and everything settles down, the only thing I can carry is the EDC bag that I had on me when I went to work and threw into the passenger seat when after everything settled. I had a 72-hour bag in the car, but I can't get to it. It was completely crushed in the rubble. So all I would have is what's in my EDC bag and what I can find trying to make it back home. Yeah. But, and see, the thing is, I mean, yeah, San Antonio is a huge military city, but I don't want to run a military operation thing. Like, oh, say another country or whatever tries to hit San Antonio because it's got a lot of military personnel here or whatever. That's not gonna really that's not gonna really affect me getting home. Thank you, Prescott. Yeah. So, and if this goes good and everything, then I want to take situations from everybody else. I want to take preppers' fears, survivalist fears, and I want to try to recreate that and show the effects of it on your body if you don't train. You know what I mean? It also is going to help me train my body also in a situation. Yeah, Bill, that's also, and I want to take other scenarios also. I want to listen to y'all and say, okay, this situation is gonna. This is one of my fears. I want this to happen with this kind of scenario. I wanna, I want to get, because as preppers and stuff, they prep for most preppers prepare for a specific event. They don't prep for everything. And I want to get like a lot of the preppers' fears and run those scenarios also. I want to have minimum equipment. I want to have, say all I have is, somebody told me all I get is a stainless steel water bottle and a fixed blade knife on me, and I gotta make it home. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I don't want to be like Bear Grylls and Les Stroud and everything like that. I want to actually take real fears, not, oh, I'm stuck in the jungles of South America or whatever, or thrown on some deserted desert island naked. I want to take actual real people's fears and make it a reality. Yes. I mean, if the end of the world happens or whatever, thank you. I mean, like what you said, CR, if the end of the world happens or whatever, I mean, look at, uh, look at Venezuela and stuff. I mean, look how those people are having to get back on their feet from whatever happened to them. It's gonna be it's it'll be worse here in America because we've been pampered so much that everybody and anybody is gonna want to kill you and take what you have. There, I don't really believe that the gray man idea will happen in a real emergency situation or an end of the world situation. Because if you're the man that's carrying a backpack on you, people are going to see that and think you have something that they need. In an emergency situation, I mean, look what happened with Katrina. People were doing everything and anything to get what they want. They were robbing each other. They were almost killing each other just for a bag of rice. Hey. It's all good, Mary. How you doing? Hey everybody, this is Mary. Jerry supports her channel, so if Jerry supports her, I support her. I've also Bobby told me not to say the word. I subscribed to her channel also, so if y'all don't mind giving her a check out and everything. Hey, you're welcome, Mary. See, that's what I'm talking about, Bill. Hey, Josh, how you doing? How's Australia right now, brother? Nice. Sorry, one of my cats ran into my camera. Hey, Josh, how you doing, brother? But yeah, I want to make this as real as possible. I don't want to be like every other bushcrafter. I don't want to be like the next Joe Robinette or whatever. I actually have been thinking on it, and I think I want to start doing this. I want to start taking real preppers' fears, survivalist fears, and stuff, and put it into reality. Just try and test everything out, Rich. Stupid. Yeah, I'm having problems with my laptop right now. They keep popping up a crypto browser or whatever ads on me. Yeah, Rich is a good guy. Don't don't let him bother you, Mary. See that's one of the things that I'm talking about, like what's happening over in Australia and everything. You never know if that's going to happen out here. You never know if those. Look how many times California gets wildfires all the time. Sorry, everybody. It's just the smell of fries was getting to me. Yeah, that's dang Prescott. Dang, Josh. Already, you got fires and localized flooding. Yeah, Texas is Texas is just Texas. It's oh, yeah. Sorry, can't can't show that can't show that advertisement. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Having some of the parts are burning and some are flooding. So, what is some of the what is some of the fears that y'all have that y'all would like me to do? That's crazy. Food shortages. Okay. Yeah, brother. I hope some of that rain. I hope that rain hits everything for you. I saw I saw one of the news reels and everything, like 20 koalas. Somebody put like 20 koalas in one of their cars to get them out of the fires. Prescott, yeah. Me and the wife ain't gonna have a baby anytime soon, but I mean, I, I could look up everything on. I, I don't know. I mean, that is a scenario that could happen in the end of the world. I mean, going back to biting on a stick and that without modern medicines or anything anymore. Yeah. Sure, Bill, what? No, I'm not, Bill. I mean, I know a lot of people's gonna look down on me for doing it, but oh, I'll be fine, Bill. I'll be fine. I did Bushido, Kendo, traditional jujitsu. I feel safer with a knife than I do. I can handle myself more with a knife in one-on-one scenarios. And the way that I'm picturing this is going to happen is, I mean, as long as I don't mess with anybody, they're not going to mess with me, you know? Uh-oh. Uh, Try to come back in. Bill tells me all the time that aliens take me when that happens. Hey, Mary, close out and come back in and see if that helps. Yeah, I mean, I don't, unless I have to, I won't, I mean, do anything, but the areas that I'm going to try to go through, I'm going to try to stay away from people as much as possible because it's going to be hard to do a scenario like this if I'm walking on the side of the street and there's cars driving by me. You know what I mean? Oh, it's all good, Mary. I'm glad you're back. But yeah, I really want to stay away from the roads and stuff as much as I can. But yeah, Mary, I mean, following power lines and everything that can get you from the middle of nowhere to civilization. I mean, that's literally the perfect way to do it. The only thing is depending on which way you go. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. Y'all are gonna come with me outside. Hi, everybody. Oh, sorry. Smoke break. You already beat me to it, Bill. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, the field trip isn't that nice. It's too dark out here to show y'all anything. See, Rich, what I'm wanting to do is with this scenario, I'm gonna say that the interstates and everything are completely closed off. So what I'm gonna be doing is taking side streets and the wilderness as much as I can. Because I'm going to think that I'm thinking in this scenario, if an earthquake happens, it's going to take out most of the overpasses, so you can't really use those. Plus, also traffic will be completely packed on those roads, so trying to get through that is going to take more time than going back roads and through the wilderness. No problem, CR. But I just well, Bill, I have a 2.5 liter dry bag that you can hold water in it. So if push comes to shove in that situation, I'm going to fill up wherever I'm at. I'm going to fill that dry bag up with at least 2 liters of water. Then wherever I can stop, then I'll pour it and boil it. I'll go over the EDC bag with y'all when I get back in, and go over each one of the contents again. But thank you, Mary. Yeah, the thing is, like what I was trying to tell everybody else is like, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there, and a lot of these people that build 72-hour kits, build bug out bags, build inch bags, but they never they prepare for a scenario, but they never train for a scenario. And what's the point in talking about it and building something for it and never train for it? If you don't train for it and know what you're using, how do you know that bag's going to help you or not? How do you know your skills are going to help you or not? I mean, it's not going to be a perfect day with perfect everything at any given moment, Right. I mean, if you don't train, you don't even have to be in the military to know. That's the reason why the people in the military train all the time, is so they know what they're doing. And I don't want to be one of those people that is like, oh, put this, you have to have the best equipment, you have to have the best of everything. No, you don't have to have the best of everything to survive. There you go, Barry. That's great. And yeah, Bill, I mean, you can pack and pack and pack, and what are you going to do when you sit there, when you pack that bag and throw it in the corner of your closet, and when you truly need it, all those USB rechargeable items or whatever are all completely dead. You have no power to charge them. Right. Yeah, right, Josh. I mean, it's the same thing out here. I mean, nature provides everything that you need. And humans and their trash also provides everything that you need. That is right, Prescott. I mean, if we go back to our roots, instead of if we go back to our roots and instead of technology the way that we have been going for the last 10 to 15 years, we will open up a whole entire new skill set. I mean, that's been around for hundreds of years. But the thing is, people of this day and age don't want to get out and get dirty. That's the one thing that's wrong with this society is that, I mean, most people don't even want their kids going outside and playing in the dirt anymore because they think they're going to get sick. I mean, like I tell, like when I did my one live stream when I was trying to find the homestead, it was a national park, and the whole entire walking trail was made out of concrete. You couldn't even get off of the concrete trail, or you would get fined because there was snakes out there. But the thing is, also, you turn around and you look, and there's apartments built into this park. I mean, what's going to happen in the next 20 or 30 years? It's going to be like that song, They Paved Paradise and Put Up a Parking Lot. I mean, it's that's how this world is going. Nice, CR. See, that's one of my dreams to do, Josh, is be able to go to the Outback and learn from the Aborigines. I would love to do that. Right, Rich, yeah. You know, mud pies was a staple for me when I was a kid. But no, in this day of age, I went by one of the, when I was driving the other day, the recess at the elementary school that's close to my house, those kids were not swinging on swings. They were not playing on any of the like elementary school equipment. You know where they all were? They were sitting on the concrete on the basketball court on their cell phones. I mean, that's what this world has come to now. Yeah, see, my grandparents on my dad's side of the family were full-blooded Cherokee. I grew up in the reservation, and I grew up with my grandparents and everything. And I was stupid when I was young. I mean, I learned some stuff from my grandfather and everything, but a lot of the stuff that he tried to teach me and everything, I was one of those idiotic kids that thought I knew everything, and I was like, I don't need these skills. I don't need to learn how to make a bow drill. I don't need to learn how to pick these wild plants to eat. I can just go to the store and get whatever I want. But now that I'm older and I see it, it makes me regret everything that I did not learn from my grandfather. And if I could turn back time and everything, I would have learned everything that I could from him. Yeah. I mean, if you don't learn how to create now, what's going to happen in a world scenario? Yeah, it is, Mary. I I understand, Rich. Yeah, I mean, I was young and dumb. I mean, I learned a lot from him, but some of the things that I thought was dumb, I just I watched him, but I never took in the information. You know what I mean? Yeah, the best asset is knowledge. And if you're not willing to learn, I mean, that's the major fall of society. Is now we have Google instead of actually learning it by hand. I mean, all you got to say is, "Hey Alexa" or whatever, and you can get any knowledge that you want now. The same way with you, Barry. I miss my grandfather so much and my grandmother. That's how I learned how to tan hides and everything, is from my grandmother. But, there's some things you regret. And I regret it. I'm going to regret it till the day I die, that I never fully learned everything that they tried to teach me. Yep, that is true. Yeah, Rich, I know. My I, I my grandfather, because I was so small and thin when I was little, that my grandfather, every time his prize sow would have piglets and everything, she would have like 6 or 8 piglets at a time. But the thing is, she would roll over to milk her piglets, but she would roll over on top of them. And my grandfather, being the man he was like, "Boy, go get those piglets." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Go get those piglets. Those are food for us." And I didn't understand it at the time, but I had to dig up underneath her in that slop and everything and rescue the piglets out of there. And I mean, at that time, I didn't understand that that was a staple of their food, their life. Yeah, Barry. Hey, that's great that you take care of her now. Like, after my grandfather passed away and everything, my grandmother only lived for like 6 months afterwards, and she ended up passing because just the loneliness. Right? Yeah. Oh my god. Pigs. I'll tell you one thing, man. Pigs were horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my pork, but there's so many pigs that die all the time. Oh, yeah. Nice. Yep. Sorry, I'll be done in a second, guys. I'm just outside enjoying the. We finally got rain, so I'm just sitting out and enjoying the rain. My back's been killing me for the last like 3 days. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm sorry if I'm boring everybody, but yeah, I'm. If this does good and everything, if y'all like what I'm going to do Monday, I'm thinking about if y'all really like it and everything, then I'll continue on with that. I'll continue on with it, but I'll be getting y'all's opinions on what y'all would like to see next, or what situation y'all want to have. Oh, Rich, I'm sorry, brother. Well, take care, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's almost wood here too. But I really hope y'all enjoy what I'm gonna do Monday. I really hope y'all do. Then we'll start with a bigger discussion and everything. Good night, Rich. It's just 3 p.m. over there in Australia. I'm going to be doing this scenario. I'm actually going to be doing a 24-hour live stream, Mary, Monday, and I'm going to be doing a crisis scenario from getting out of the city back to the homestead, and with bare minimum items that I have on me. And I'm going to be using everything that I find on my trip and everything as survival items that can help me continue on to the homestead. And it's going to be a first person view event. So, and I may do what if scenarios if we come across 2 items or something like that and I can only take one. Which one would y'all prefer me to take? I'm wanting to do it early in the morning as like everybody going to work, and this scenario happens when everybody's getting ready to go to work. Yeah, I'm gonna bring a I'm gonna bring a selfie stick with me. Yeah, and I'm gonna bring a bitty tripod with me, so in case I have to set up camp or something like that, I could set up the bitty tripod. I'm glad you like the idea, Barry. But yeah, if this scenario, this first person view scenario happens, oh yeah, well, CR, I'm gonna carry a solar panel on my back, a solar recharger for the phone, and have it continuously hooked up to it. Because I don't want to have the extra weight of multiple battery packs. I may pack one or two battery packs, but that's about it. Just in case. Alright, we're back. Alright, so. Alright, let me get back on this so I can see the chat. Okay. Nah, it's not cold, it's just. I mean, we have. The wind gets cold, but that's about it. Like, it's not. It's not too cold. Yeah, that's true, CR. But yeah, the scenario, Mary, that we're gonna do for Monday is because the thing is, there's not a lot of the only real threat out here where I am in Texas is military bases, but that's not gonna really stop me getting home. So I'm doing a more real life scenario. I'm saying like a major fault line runs through where I am. It's early in the morning. Everybody's still half asleep, getting to work, and I carry my EDC bag into work. Then the major fault line hits, tearing up the city. I run out, get in the car, try to get home, throw the EDC bag into the passenger side of the car. I do have my 72-hour kit inside the car, but traffic stop happens under an overpass. Another earthquake hits and starts to collapse the overpass. So I get out as quick as I can, and in getting out of that situation, I get a laceration on my left arm and a slightly sprained ankle from the debris and rubble. Um, After the debris and rubble clears, the only bag I have is my EDC bag that was in my passenger seat. The rest of the car is completely destroyed. So I have to use my EDC bag and whatever I can find to get home with it. Nah. Yeah, we could run that as a scenario. I get called in on my day off, yeah. But the the stuff that's going to be in the EDC bag that I take with me. Um, first off, strap to the sides and everything is going to be a wool blanket that I found at the Goodwill. It's 100% wool. Um, it's a loom filled one. It covers my whole entire body. So that's going to be my cover, uh, and that's going to be my cover. In the front pocket here, I have toilet paper just in case. And inside the toilet paper, I have a very, very small sewing kit. Uh, that's all that's in the front pocket of this. Because, you go to a public bathroom, they may not have toilet paper or something like that. This bag has nothing in it. This pocket has nothing in it. We go to the next one. The next pocket has a Boy Scout mess kit in it. It's a frying pan and a plate. So I have something to cook food with. If I end up capturing something or whatever, I have a way of cooking it. Also, in this bag, I'll carry on my side or whatever. But I have a stainless steel Pathfinder water bottle. I have the cup to make soups or whatever with the wild edibles. I have a ferro rod with me. I have the lid to my cup, to boil or make char cloth out of. And I have number 32 bank line. But that's my water container and my cook container. And there's nothing else in here. Like I said, this is just an EDC bag for minor emergencies or whatever. It's not a full 72-hour kit. And there is nothing else in this bag, this pocket. So, put this back. Oh, CR, I did weigh it today. It weighs only 10 pounds. So in the main pocket, I have a canvas double bag for if I need to collect wild edibles or tinder or anything like that. Also in this one pocket, I always carry 3 bandanas with me. So I have two bandanas in here, cloth, and I have the 2.5 liter dry bag in here. So if I need to cross over a thing of water or something like that, I can put everything that I have in this bag in the 2.5 liter dry bag and keep it dry. It'd most likely be like my cloth stuff and everything like that, I'll put in this bag with my wool blanket. In this, it's another ditty bag. In here, I have a small roll of jute twine. I have a shemagh for filtrating water. I have a half bottle of hand sanitizer in it. I have a pair of work gloves in there, and I have 6 tent stakes. So, and this is a small little ditty bag. I can collect whatever I need to collect on the road. Throw it in here if need be. Then I have my heart-to-heart GPS on here. This is only for an emergency situation because I'm a type 1 diabetic. It will send a text to one person telling them if I'm okay or whatever and my coordinates. I'll only use this in an emergency situation because if my diabetes or something like that happens. But if I use this, it means the mission failed and I would have died. So in that situation, if I have to use it. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, CR. For another emergency situation, this is a bare minimum fishing kit. It's got 3 split shot weights in it, 1 heavy weight. It's got probably about 25 foot of fishing line in it. It's got a few plastic lures in here. It's got a small thing of hooks and a bobber. So that's just for an emergency situation if, say, I need to stay somewhere overnight or whatever. I have 50 foot of reflective rope just in case I need to signal somebody or, be found in a situation like this. I have a entrenching tool just in case for a cat hole or something like that, and I'm not able to get to a bathroom or whatever. I also have another thing of hooks and swivels and sinkers in here just in case. In case I'm going through the through the woods or whatever, I have this Camelus machete. It's a 3-in-1 tool, well, 4-in-1 tool. It's a machete blade. It's got a saw on the back of it, a gut hook, and it can be used as a pry bar. So the tip of this is not sharp at all. Only the front edge of it is sharp. But the tip of it can be used as a pry bar in case I need to get into an area or something like that for an emergency situation or cover for the night. It also has a smaller blade on here. It's got 2 hex wrenches on it, and it can be used as a fishing spear or just a small fixed blade knife. So this is for wilderness only, or if I need to break into somewhere. I have 2 grills on here for like a bush grill. I can just create a fire or whatever, throw one of these on here. I have 2 of them. So if I need to, I can make a fishing spear or some kind of trap or whatever, and I could just cut these off and use that. And I also have a Dollar Tree tart just in case. And I have a tin to make char cloth with. And it's filled with 6 instant coffees, just in case, just for like a morale booster or whatever. I have a eating kit. It has a fork, a spoon, and 2 metal chopsticks with it, and it's in this small little kind of like eyeglass holder thing. Then I have a fire kit with me. It's just a basic fire kit. It's got a lighter on here. It's got a Zippo filled mini lighter and a small box of 32 matches in a waterproof container. Then also I have a very, very, very small and compact wood burning stove. It's one of the Lixada wood burning stoves that that's collapsible, and this thing weighs nothing. I can throw this into a cargo pocket or whatever, and at least I have a way to boil water, make fire, cook something, and that is it. That's all that's in here. And this is all I would be taking. Everything else that I need will be found on the road. I mean, yeah. See, this is an ED. I'm considering this as an EDC bag, so this is not. It's not gonna carry anything. Anything like that, Mary. It's just say like. Say I'm gonna stay overnight or something at work or whatever. If I need to, I don't. It would be nice to do that, but in an emergency situation, you're not gonna really think on that kind of sanitation. But I did put a toothbrush in there, so I guess I could add that. Yeah, baby oil is really flammable. It's the same thing as the hand sanitizer. That's why I put the hand sanitizer in there, Josh, is just in case. Because, you always need hand sanitizer no matter what. Plus, it can be used as a fire starter also. Hey, Trine, how you doing, brother? Oh, Josh, the pack weighs 9.5 pounds, so give or take 10 pounds, and that's plenty. That's plenty of weight for me. But yeah, it's. I understand that, Trying. Yeah, I gotta go to work and everything tomorrow. Also, what kind of boots do you wear, Mary? See, that's nice. They are. See, if, the thing is like with your boots, Mary, if they're rubbing your feet raw, you need to. What some people do, if you go into a long term hike or whatever with boots that do that to you, either wrap your foot with the Ace bandages, or an emergency situation, some people use duct tape to wrap around their feet. Um, and it also depends on what kind of socks you're wearing with your boots. That it could also be the socks that's sliding to that that would cause the blisters or whatever on your feet. I learned I learned that through the I am from the through hikers that go through the Appalachian Mountain, Appalachian Trail, and all that stuff. It may not be the actual boot. It may be the socks that you're wearing, or could be a combination of both. Yeah, if you use duct tape on your feet, I mean, it protects you from everything. The only thing is I mean, it leaves all that sticky mess behind. But you can get the good brand duct tapes like Gorilla Glue, or I mean, like the Gorilla brand. Those don't leave that harsh stickiness. Ah, okay. Um, if you want to try to get some really good boots, either try to find a Red Wing boot store, or go to Bass Pro Shop. They actually will measure your feet, and they'll measure your feet and everything and get the right boot for you. That's the only good thing about Bass Pro Shops. Right. Red Wing is an amazing brand. I love them so much. Yeah, if you have either one of those around you, Mary, go to them, because I mean, they will help you the best. Plus, they also have boots for every situation too. I know the one around here will even let you try it out for uh, try them out for like 3 days. Then you can bring it back if you still aren't happy with them. Do they do that with you trying? It's all good, Mary. Everybody's different. But the thing is, you don't in like in a bug out situation or a survival situation, or just hiking in general, you don't want your feet in too much pain. That's why I'm saying go to one of those places. They'll help you out so much, because they'll actually fit you with a boot that's perfect for you. No problem, Mary. I mean, anybody can throw on a pair of boots, but if you walk a mile in it and you've already got blisters or pain in your feet, it's not a good pair of boots. I mean, it may be an amazing brand, but it's not right for you. Nice. Yeah, see, my Walmart doesn't do that. Well, my Walmart has run of the mill, the exact same sizes. But yeah. See, I'm looking around at all my stuff and I'm like, what else could I put in my bag? But I don't need anything else. I mean, I need to work on the food situation to put in there. Yeah, see, that's the problem I have with my Walmart, Mary. Like, they don't have, they don't have, they have run of the mill sizes. They don't have specific ones. Really, I didn't know that, Tron. Yeah, I have spam. I have. I don't want to put anything that's too heavy in it to weigh me down. I know it's a weight that can be taken out because it's an edible source. But yeah, spam can be used for multiple days too if I fry it up. Do they? Thanks for telling me that, Mary. Yeah. Yeah, that's true too, Bill. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I'll swing by. I'll swing by there and try to get some of those thin packs that you're talking about, Mary. Do you, Josh? Hmm. You haven't had a problem with them, like, are they the old? Are they the new pop top ones, or are they the old school ones where you have to use the can opener on them? Yeah, everything has its pros and cons. I mean, okay, awesome. See, I was worried about that because I mean, they have the sardine cans and everything at Dollar Tree, and it was the pop top ones. And I never got those because I always fear that something's gonna happen and pop that, pop it or push it in, or and I don't want that leaking all over the place, you know. See, that's the one thing I can't eat is Vienna sausages, Mary. I grew up on those things, and I got to a point where I don't know. Well, that was the plain ones. I don't know. I mean, if they have different flavors or something like that, I could probably do Vienna sausages. It's all good, CR. Yeah, that is true. It is, and possums too. Don't forget that, Tron. Yeah, get some of that deviled ham and everything. I mean, I'm not. If I have to stay more than a day and a half, then something's wrong. You know what I mean? I just want to get enough food in there that can make me, that can I can squeeze maybe 2 days out of, maybe three at the most. All right. Yeah. See, I was wondering if maybe they had different flavors. I could probably do the jalapeno. I mean, if push came to shove or something like that, I mean, there's enough small ponds and everything around. I could. That's why I put that small fishing kit in. Is I could sit at the water for a little bit and catch something. But I'm just thinking like bare minimum food to get me from point A to point B. Right. Yeah, that's the whole entire goal, Bill. That's the whole entire goal is to get home, make sure the wife and the house is fine, safe. I mean, as long as it fills my stomach up and keeps me moving, I'm fine with it. Like what we were talking about last night, I could throw a couple of cans of SpaghettiOs in it and just open it up and eat it while walking. I don't even have to heat it up. The wife just shakes her head at me all the time for it, but you know. That's a good idea, trying. That is a really good idea, just in case. See, I was thinking about putting, maybe a stick or two of fat wood in it, maybe. But the sterno sounds a lot better of an idea. No, not yet, Bill. That'll probably have to come down when I'm out there. You know what I mean? I'm not making a map of the area. It's one of those I hit the ground running, you know. I don't have anything mapped out. I don't have anything planned. Oh yeah, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a particular place or anything for camp for camp or anything like that. Yeah. Grubs, crickets, I mean beetles, grasshoppers. Oh my. Hold on, give me 1 second. My phone's going off.
That was just me.
What'd you say, baby?
I was replying to that group text and I forgot you're in it.
Huh?
That group text with Khalil.
Oh, okay. I thought you were sending me a text. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. There you go. Some do if you cook them. When I was younger, my grandfather taught me to eat night crawlers. Those things are the most disgusting things ever. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, like grubs, they have for for being an insect, they have more protein than any other creature of their size. I mean, like us as a society, I mean, we survived on scavenging, scavenging bugs or whatever. I mean, third third world countries still consider grubs like a delicacy. I mean, you can still buy like chocolate covered ants and crickets and all that stuff. Not even the chocolate covered ones for trying. Come on, man. They have white chocolate. They're all nice and fried up. I don't blame you, brother. I mean, that's not that's not a that's a bottom of the barrel last resort for me. I mean, I mean, technically, I can eat scorpions if I wanted to. Yeah, isn't that because they have an acid in them? Josh, I heard. Oh yeah, yeah. You cut the little tail off of it, and it's good. Well, you can actually, you just cut off the stinger part, and you can still eat the tail. Yeah, I mean you feel a little crunch and everything with the ants, but I mean, they're all protein. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, I mean, the only thing though is with like insects and stuff, they tell you can't eat too much of them. Kind of like grasshoppers. You have to remove the head, the spinal cord, and all the organs in it. If you don't remove all the organs out of a grasshopper, they have some kind of worm inside of them that will infect you. Right? Yeah, they have some kind of parasite in them. The grasshoppers do, all of them. So you have to remove their head, their spinal cord, and their trail of insides, because grasshoppers will eat anything. Yeah. Yeah, you have I mean, you can, if you remove everything from a grasshopper, you can eat it raw, but it's better to cook them. Especially like you want to wash and cook dung beetles, especially them. Too many feral cats around. There you go. But yeah, that I mean, that's a yeah. Oh yeah, they're good. I mean, they're crunchy as all get out. Also, hey, that's better than Mary. Oh yeah. I mean, there's just in this. I mean, there's just so much wildlife though that most people believe, survivalists and everything. It's because of Bear Grylls that people think, oh, you're one of those crazy people that go out and eat insects and all this stuff. No, no. I mean, there's way too many ways to capture squirrels, rats. That you don't have to worry about going for insects. I mean, if you're worried about if you're gonna have to eat insects, just just put a mouse trap. Put a good sized mouse trap in your bag, and make what's called a squirrel stick. You put the mouse trap on the stick, and when the squirrel climbs up the stick and everything to get to the tree, right there, it'll trip off the trap and kill it. Yeah, I mean, and see, that's another thing that people don't think about putting into their bags or whatever out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, yeah, it's something that you can't really recreate out in the wilderness, but it helps. It works. It's been around for hundreds of years. There you go. See, the thing is, like, um, Dave Canterbury sells those all metal rat traps and everything on his website, and I watched this YouTube channel one night, and he was trying out that metal Dave Canterbury rat trap, and even the squirrels. He put it on a squirrel stick, and the squirrel jumped over that metal mouse trap, but it ran into the old wooden mouse traps. And that's what shocked me was like it jumped over the metal, like it could smell the metal or something like that, but it couldn't smell the wooden one. Oh yeah, if you drill a hole on it, yeah. I mean, you could tie it anywhere. Yeah. I mean, rats are really good. I mean, you have to cook it for longer, but hey, would you rather have a rat or would you rather have a cockroach trying? Oh yeah. Yeah. We live in the land of snakes. That's for sure. I mean, all you got to think, all you do is look at it and just think. I mean, yeah, it was a rat, but if you think about it, I mean, it's meat. It's gonna taste like chicken. Yeah, it's all what you prefer. I mean, I'm just talking about in a last ditch situation. I'd rather have a rat before I'd start munching on worms and grubs and whatever else. I mean, if you're in a city and everything, all you got to do is just go to the local dump. You gotta you got all the rats you want. Yeah, I mean, think of a think of a rat as a squirrel. That's pretty much it. If you can eat a squirrel, you can eat a rat. Really, Josh? See that's one thing I haven't done is like lizards or anything like that. I've seen it on plenty of channels and survival shows and everything. I'm just never. I mean, we really don't have anything but like Gila monsters out here, and they're poisonous. As a wall squirrel. Yeah. That's pretty much all it is. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, if you looked at the first emperor of China, in in his food supply, because they made statues and everything of his army and what he carried and everything. In his food supply, he carried almost 150 dogs with him and cattle and everything else for his army. So, I mean, the first emperor of China and the Chinese army ate dogs. I mean, anybody else can. I mean, people eat coyote and stuff. I don't know. I think it would be harder on me to try to kill a dog than it would a rat or a squirrel, because You know, I grew up with dogs. It's the same thing with cats. I mean, if I had to, yeah, but I would rather use the dogs to hunt. Get a rat terrier to go hunt the rats. Yeah, I mean, people eat coyote all the time. Squirrel's not bad, Josh. I mean, the only thing is well, the way my grandfather told me was to cut off the head, and because they get some kind of worm in their skull, and if you boil it with the head still on, the worm can lay eggs or something like that and taint the meat or whatever. My grandfather told me to always cut the head off and split the skull and make sure there's no worm in the brain before we ate any of it. But that was in Georgia, so I don't know how it is in other places. Hey SOP, how you doing, brother? I know that feeling, brother. I get those a lot. Yeah, we're just talking about eating wild animals and everything and what we would choose as a last resort. Yeah. Well, see, I don't know if it was just because it was in Georgia because there was a specific breed in Georgia that would get these worms. So, I mean, always check, but uh yeah, if you see a worm in the brain or wherever, discard the whole entire body because because it would lay eggs in it, and you can eat those eggs also, and you'll get that exact same worm. Oh, the only thing, oh man, trying. I hate boiling snapping turtle. They scream so high pitched. Oh my god. I hate when they scream. Yeah. Guinea pigs, I mean, that's a delicacy in southern Mexico, Josh. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love turtle. I love turtle. But, uh, it is, I mean, once you hear that scream, it stays with you for the rest of your life, though. Chihuahua. Yeah, fish first. Well, fish gives you natural oils and everything like that, and CR, so, I mean, but the thing is, it doesn't give you the fats that you need, like red meat. I mean, you always want red meat with your fish. So if you can get a field mouse or something like that, that helps with the intake. Oh yeah, dried fish is great. But in a survival situation, you want to what is it? You want to have one piece of red meat to every two fish or something like that. Somebody said. Wall squirrel. About rock squirrel in the wild. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you want to look at it, cockroaches will survive longer than anything else in this world. So if you want a long-lasting food source, you can actually eat hissing cockroaches. But yeah, cockroaches is that very, very last thing you want. Bobtailed squirrel. Hey, don't forget about the polecats. Oh yeah, cattails is everywhere. But the thing though, you get tired of cattails real quick. I mean, it's like eating a wet piece of celery. Oh yeah, the pillow fluff, yeah. But also you can eat that pillow fluff before it actually becomes the fluff. You can just eat it straight off. Yep. It can be bedding, it can be anything. That's the one multi-purpose tool named edible source out in the wild. No, I don't have any popular trees around here. Uh, yeah, you can boil it. But most of the time, I mean, it's one of those foods that uh pretty much it keeps the water inside of it, so you don't want to boil that water out. Um, but you can boil the roots. The roots are what needs to be boiled. Yep. Yeah, like a turnip. Yeah. I mean, because the roots is what absorbs all the bad nutrient, I mean, all the bad from the water. So you need to boil that to clean it out. But you also need to dump the water out after you boil it. It's kind of like how you do with acorns. You let them soak, dump the water out, put water back in, boil it again, dump it. I don't know. Have any of y'all ever had polk salad or grew up with polk salad? Yeah, polk salad is amazing. Really? I thought you would have. I thought you would have had some too. SOP. Really, Bill? Polk salad is kind of like turnip greens. You have to boil it like turnip greens, and pretty much it's the poor man's turnip green. Yep. Yeah, I mean it'll poison you. Yeah, if you don't cook it, if you don't boil it thoroughly, yeah, it can poison you. But I mean that's the same with a lot of other things. I mean like stinging nettles and stuff like that. You have to boil those or you can't eat them. It's weird that, most of the edible wilds are poisonous. Yep. Oh, they'll sting everything. They'll sting everything going down. How many times do you do it, Tryon? My grandmother told me that you had to boil polk salad 4 times. I've always boiled it 4 times. I don't know if that's true or not. My grandmother used to make polk salad with wild onions, um, honeysuckles, and um, some kind of pepper that she used to make. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I don't mess with mushrooms, wild mushrooms or anything like that. No, there's way too many fake mushrooms, or what are they called? Mimic mushrooms. A poison one will mimic a edible one, and if you're hungry or in a situation to where you're not thinking clearly, I would never do it. Oh yeah, fatback. Oh, I love fatback. Really. Hey, hey, licking the back of the toad. Hey, that gives me a better sense of my surroundings there, Bill. That takes me to my okay zone. You'll see me walking around for 12 hours in a circle. I know I'm supposed to go somewhere. I just haven't found it yet. Yeah. 'Cause- 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 Right? The compass won't stop spinning and I can't see the North Star. That is one thing I did not put in here. I was thinking, I saw a wooden pencil in my knife bag, and I was like, I didn't put a pencil sharpener in it in my bag. Oh yeah, cane toads. Take care, Mary. Have a good one. Sweet. Okay, Tron. It was great seeing you, Mary. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's that's what I was thinking on doing. Bill, was the pencil sharpener and a stick of fat wood. Yeah. See, I was today. I was gonna make me a fat wood keychain, like a keychain fob, but I just didn't go through with it today. That was my mess up. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here for the night, but thank y'all for helping me with the ideas and everything. And we'll it, if this if this live stream Monday goes good and everything, and we continue on with this, we'll have a live stream and talk about other scenarios that you want to go through and write it down. Then I'll see what I can do to make it happen. Does that all? Does that sound all right with all y'all? Awesome. All right. Y'all take care, guys. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Take care, CR. Take care, Josh. Take care, Tryon. Good night, Southern Ohio prepping. What's up, Bill? That ain't bad. 2 for $12. I mean, are they both the same brand? Nice. I mean, the thing is just to make sure that all the seams and the zippers and everything work on it. The thing, the poles can be used anywhere, anytime. You can buy replacement poles no matter where. Um, it just depends on. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you don't have enough of the tent poles to hold it, you can always buy replacement poles. You just say, I need a replacement pole for a 4-person tent, and Amazon has those or whatever. The one thing you have to, I mean, you really ain't got to worry about tent pegs either. But I mean, you can make those out in the out in the wild, no matter what. You just take a Y stick and carve it. Um, but most people, they go and get that 3-pronged. Hold on, let me show you. Ugh. Yeah, it's the Colgans. If you can see that, it's the 3-point tent peg. These things are what everybody use. You buy 6 of them, you're good. They're made out of a hardened aluminum. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bill. But yeah, I mean, tents are great. I mean, even though in our community, a lot of people, they would rather do hammock camping now. That's kind of a big trend now for some reason. But a lot of people don't like the weight of tents. Um, that's one of the bad things about carrying tents around, is because depending on how big it is or whatever, it adds more weight, especially with the poles and the tie down points. They unless you can find some of the through trail hiker tents, the ones that are ultra light. But the bad thing about that is you had to buy trekking poles for those kind of tents. Um, I mean, you could just go to the military surplus place and get a military poncho liner for yeah. I mean, the hammocks are very expensive. I mean, well, you can get some hammocks from like a Five Below or whatever, but they're not truly outdoor hammocks. Like the seal nylon hammocks and all that stuff. But that's a trend now that people want, because hammock camping is ultra light. It it weighs nothing. All you have to do is carry a tent. All you have to do is carry the hammock and a tarp, and most of the time, yeah, the rain fly. Yeah, that's it. But I mean, you there's a website, Bill, called Wish.com. They have a hammock tent. Um, if you go on YouTube, look up hammock tent from Wish, and it's a multi-purpose hammock. Say, say you go to an area and there's not enough trees around, you can set this hammock up as a tent on the ground, or you can set it up as a hammock. It's really nice, and it's like $22 for it. But I think, yeah, I think for a start out hammock setup, that would help you. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Those the lightweight through hike tents, like people take on the Appalachian Trail and everything. Rip Curl. But yeah, I mean, it just depends. It depends on what you really want it for, Bill. Hey, I'm glad you found one, Bill. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, brother. Now you need to show a video of you setting it up and everything, and I need to see what it looks like. I'm curious about that Marlboro one. All right, CR. I'll hop on over there after I get off here so I can eat and everything. Nice, Bill. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, you need to show me a picture. Show a video of it, Bill. Show up how it sets up and everything. All right, everybody. It's been fun and everything. I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna eat my food. Oh yeah, Rip Curl. Nice. Yeah, I miss the old Marlboro giveaways. I miss them so much. My aunt's got me so much stuff from there. I used to have one of the Marlboro Zippos. Nah, he doesn't have a good bushcraft knife yet, but he's gonna be getting one soon from me. But then he's going to get a really good one from Jerry. All right, everybody, y'all take care. All right, I'll talk to y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a later one. Okay. Hey, it was good seeing you, Rip Curl. Hey, if if you want to stop by the live chats and everything later, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream Monday, Rip Curl. So awesome. Thank you, Rip Curl. Thank you so much, brother. But I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream, so Monday. So if you can, check me out then. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Good night, Bill, bro. Good night, CR, if you're still listening. See you around, Rip Curl. Take care, Bill. Oh. Good night, everybody.